Welcome to Free President.
Hi, Namaskar.
So my first question is that what are the current initiatives Maharashtra board is taking to reduce carbon footprints?
Okay. Precisely, I say for Maharashtra State Power Generation Company Limited, we are looking at renewable power as a very aggressive thought process to bring I would say, to reduce the carbon footprint. Like from a humble beginning of like roughly 200 250 megawatt of solar power, you are aiming to go up to 8,500 megawatt in another 6 to 7 years. Probably in another 2 years, we will be commissioning 2,000 plus megawatt of solar power. Secondly, we are also actively participating in CM Solar Agri feeder. Basically, solar seasonal agriculture feeder, close to 1100 megawatt at 83 locations we are looking at. This is a main area. Second, being like a state power thermal company, our like strength is a thermal power. So we are also going with the concept of like RE bundling. So we are trying to like bundle my thermal power with almost roughly 10 to 15% of a renewable power. So for that, I should be able to reduce close to around 2.5 to 3 million coal every year. So that is a big number. So that is in one area we are looking at. And thirdly, if you say on I would say broader perspective, we are looking at pump storage power projects, typically PSPs, looking at around 3,000 plus megawatt in another 7 to 8 years. So from like roughly 6 to 7% of whatever solar and other thing, we should be going to close to 32% of renewable footprint in our Mahagenco profile.
Anything to boost solar energy?
That's what I'm saying. The renewable, precisely we are looking solar as a main thing. There are 3-4 models we are looking at. One is like for our own, I said like renewable energy bundling, because I have a 10,000 megawatt of thermal, I should be putting around roughly around close to 2,000 megawatt of solar. So this is one area we are looking at. Secondly, 1100 megawatt, we are also participating in the solarization of the agricultural feeders. They are like distributed solar. So it's 1071 megawatt at 83 locations. These are another two. Third, we are having an SPV, like we are almost in the final stage of forming an SPV with the National Thermal Power Corporation, NTPC, where we are trying to generate ultra mega projects at 10 locations and probably will be generating 2,500 megawatt through that model. Fourth, we are also having a tie-up SPV with Sadla Jal Vidyut Nigam Limited. We will be generating close to 4,000 plus megawatt. Out of that, roughly 2,000 will be a solar and 3,000 will be roughly 2,500 will be pump storages. Other than that, we are also looking at Tehri Hydro Development Project and other couple of other central PSU to increase our solar footprint. With MEDA, Maharashtra Energy Development Agency, we are also looking at wind as an additional alternative to look at.
Power outage has been a very serious issue in every part of the country. So what are the initiatives Maharashtra board is taking for this?
See, if you look at the installed capacity for our state, it's roughly 45,000 megawatt, and which will be doubling in maybe another 6 to 7 years. So generation availability of the power is not an issue. So you have the revamping of the distribution supply network, RDSS. That is a major work which Government of India and all the state governments are taking up. So that will predominantly reduce the outages, trippings, whatever like load shedding, not because of availability of power, because of a technical issue. That will be a game changer for like reliability and continuity in power. And secondly, a smart metering also, so that like whatever actually produced and distributed is being also metered. These two things will be able to like change this one. And thirdly, of course, transmission network, because lot of renewable power injection is going to happen in another, roughly say maybe in another almost 30 to 35% of the power has to come from, in absolute number, million units has to come from renewable sources. So our transmission network needs to be strengthened So state government and union government, companies like Power Grid, they're all looking at. So these three steps should be able to make that. And as of now we don't have any like declared road shedding, basically because availability of power is there. Maybe technical glitches locally there may be some loss, but it's been immediately attended to.
Sir, at many areas, lower middle class, middle class, there were reports that of a sudden hike in electricity bill. Why is it so? And what are the planning of Maharashtra board?
So basically now there are 2-3 things which government of Maharashtra has taken initiative. Basically this in the initial outset I mentioned solarization of the agriculture field. Roughly I would say 10,000 megawatt of power, agriculture power during the daytime will be generated at a decentralized locations, like I would say roughly around 1,000 plus locations, and they will be injected into 22 kV or maybe 33 kV locally and they will be consumed. Out of that then automatically you will be losing the, you will be whatever like your distribution losses, you will be able to reduce that. So then comes the cross subsidy component, so that we will be predominantly able to reduce. And third with RDSS, the distribution companies will be able to reduce their whatever commercial and technical losses, and that is where like you bring in efficiency and you give a power at whatever affordable cost.
Sir, why can't Maharashtra have the policy like Delhi of free electricity at some unit?
So this like for me it's like a more of a policy thing. It has to be like answered by the, I would say, the political leadership.
Okay. And so how does Maharashtra board handle their customer complaints and grievances?
So they have a dedicated lines, and particularly Maharashtra is a huge state, and you have like helplines. They are being attended, particularly when there is a rain, when there is a wind, they are being attended to it. And see, for long run, strengthening of the infrastructure and reliability, particularly time between the, I would say the mean time between the failures need to go increase. When there is a single failure, then you should have a more time for another failure to come. So this RDSS scheme should be able to help, and of course wherever there is personalized complaint is there, the people are looking at.
My last question is, sir, are there any exciting project or initiative you would like to share with us?
So this is one thing is like pump storage projects, which as a state public sector undertaking we are looking at. Even private sector is also looking at a much excited way. So that will change the way in which we look at the power sector, because the entire PSP schemes will be, they will be like charged through like renewable system. Secondly, we are also looking at green hydrogen and green ammonia as an exciting projects. More of a like you go, you decarbonize and you go into like, you also more of a diverse for the business, and also particularly as an energy, I would say reliability, and next level of like integration. So like hydrogen fuel cells. So these 2-3 projects are like quite interesting and exciting.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Namaskar.